CIA Thermite grenade kills 2 Las Vegas massacre witnesses as U.S. news blackout continues. By Sorcha Faal, November 2nd, 2017. WhatDoesItMean.com. A new Foreign Intelligence Service report circulating in the Kremlin today stunningly states that a highly specialized thermite grenade, known to be used by the CIA's Paramilitary Special Activities Division in Afghanistan, was detected being ignited during the late evening hours of 16 October in the California city of Murrieta, with it thereafter being reported in the U.S. that 2 Las Vegas massacre survivor witnesses, Dennis Carver and his wife, Lorraine Carver, were completely incinerated in a vehicle fire that the local protectors were unable to extinguish for nearly an hour, but whose mysterious deaths are not widely known as the massive cover-up news blackout of this worst mass shooting in America continues. According to this report, at 9:07 GMT plus 3 on the morning of 17 October, SVR intelligence analysts received an urgent Red Action Bulletin request from the Federal Security Service, stating that they had been notified by the Minister of Defense that the Luke Satellite Olympique monitoring Naval Base San Diego, the principal home front of the American Pacific Fleet, had detected what they believed to be was a heat launch signature occurring at 8:43 GMT plus 3 in the location of 117 West 33 North, but that did not correspond to any known U.S. military ordnance locations. A joint SVR, FSB, and MOD detailed analysis of this mysterious heat launch signature revealed that its plus 2200 degrees Celsius plus 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit temperature and radius calculation was a near exact match for a highly specialized thermite grenade manufactured by ALS Technologies in Bull Shoals, Arkansas, and who produced these fearsome weapons for the U.S. military, special forces, and CIA under a contract worth over $5 million. Further analysis showed the location of this mysterious heat launch signature to be located about 65 miles north of Naval Base San Diego, and that corresponded to the location of the residential California city of Murrieta, where at the time this launch anomaly was detected. It was 2243 GMT minus 7, 10:43 p.m. on 16 October. Upon knowing the location of this mysterious launch anomaly, SVR intelligence analysts immediately began monitoring the emergency channel broadcasts for the region, and quickly noted that at 2250 GMT minus 7, 10:50 p.m. local California time, the Riverside County Fire Department had been emergency dispatched to Avenida de Arboles in Murrieta, where a vehicle was furiously burning, and that contained the bodies of Las Vegas massacre survivor witnesses Dennis and Lorraine Carver. The youngest Carver family daughter, 16-year-old Madison Carver, heard a loud bang outside her window when this thermite grenade ignited the vehicle her parents were in, and who then ran about a half mile to the scene of this incident, and that within an hour of this all occurring, the website of U.S. military arms supplier ALS Technologies, that made these thermite grenades, and has been in business for 21 years, bizarrely began showing men haircutting styles. To the SVR, being able to rapidly determine the use of an ALS Technologies thermite grenade to assassinate these Las Vegas massacre survivor witnesses was due to its unique heat signature having been previously identified, and whose many uses are detailed in the U.S. Navy Small Arms and Special Warfare Ammunition War Manual that states, quote, "With imaginative use, the grenade can be an effective and versatile demolition tool and can destroy oil drums, shipping containers, and metal ammunition boxes." But that CIA Special Activities Division forces now flooding into Afghanistan also use to destroy Taliban vehicles. with 4 survivor witnesses to the Las Vegas massacre, along with the mother of a slain Las Vegas police officer, and including Kimberly Sucamel, who had threatened to begin her own investigation, now having all died. The investigation into this largest mass shooting in American history stands in sharp and absurd contrast to this week's deadly ISIS terror attack in New York City, where within 24 hours everything was known about the terrorist Sayfullo Saipov, including his regularly arguing about the price of Canada Dry Ginger Ale. While the soda drinking habits of ISIS terrorist Saipov and everything about him were quickly known and revealed to the American public in less than a day, after over a month of investigation by U.S. police forces and mainstream media outlets, virtually nothing has been revealed about the so-called Las Vegas massacre shooter Stephen Paddock, whom Las Vegas casino billionaire Steve Wynn described as having the most vanilla profile one could possibly imagine, and stating that Paddock was well known by his staff and seemed like a rational man. SVR analysts in this report further note that even the exact information on Paddock's gambling routine, including his wins and losses in the period leading up to the shooting, have yet to be made public, and whose hard drive from his laptop computer has now mysteriously disappeared too, with this hard drive's mysterious disappearance bizarrely occurring in Paddock's suite in the Mandalay Bay Hotel, where it's now being revealed that an unidentified police officer had fired his weapon by mistake. As to why U.S. investigators and mainstream media outlets are keeping the true facts about the Las Vegas massacre from being known to the American people, is due to everyone knowing that Stephen Paddock was an arms and human smuggler working for the CIA and Russian mafia, whose money laundered his massive profits through gambling casinos, and whose brother, Bruce Paddock, worked closely with him guarding his arms depots, but who was arrested and taken from the care facility he was recovering in on made-up child pornography charges, which is the CIA's most used method of destroying their enemies they don't outright kill, such as the American UN Chief Weapons Inspector, Scott Ritter, who, after truthfully stating that Iraq had no weapons of mass destruction, was quickly arrested and convicted of child sex charges. This report concludes by noting that the Las Vegas massacre has now disappeared entirely from the news cycle in the U.S. too, with the only exception being the popular Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who attempted to find out last week why the critical witness Jose Campos was allowed to leave the country, but in asking this question, was hung up on by police authorities and has not reported on it since, thus ending all mainstream media coverage of the worst mass shooting in American history, but whose alternative news adversaries are not giving up in their continuing to report about what really occurred.